Hi, today I'm going to go over arrays and lists. Now, what is an array? An array is a variable that holds a or a container. No, just a variable that holds um many values. A single variable that holds many values of the same data type. And that's what an array is. A list similar to an array, but can be modified. Okay. An array is written differently from a list. An array starts with a data type. Let's say int array equals int. An array must have brackets equals new int, and let's say 2. And 2 is the size of the array. So when I say the size of the array, it means it must have only 2 values, and they are accessed through using subscripts. And the subscripts or indexes are going to start with 0 and 1 and ends with 1. And these are two of the references to the array. Index 0 and index 1, because an array starts at index 0, not 1. So if you run this program saying console.writeLine, if you run this program and input the array here at index 0, let's call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you write the let's debug this program. So if you write down console.writeLine array 0, you're going to access the value at index 0, which is set to 1, 2, 3. Now, value 1 and value 0 can be accessed. Let's debug this program again. So 4, 5, 6 just gets displayed. Now, 1 and 0 can be accessed because they're inside of the array. Now, what happens if you go outside of the array and you wrote 2 for the index? Let's write down 7, 8, 9. There will be an error. Let's run this program. And you can see here the system out of range exception index is outside the bound of the array. This error shows up because the index, the size of the array is too small, and the index is 1 time larger than the size of the array. And the reason why it's larger is because when you try to get a index from from index that's higher than the size of the array, the there isn't going to be a location in the array for it. And so you have to make sure that your value, you reference a value in the array from starting from 0, and then count upwards from there. And the size can be changed to anything. And then let's change it back to 2. So an array size can not be changed once it is set. So that's one of the problems with an array. Its size cannot be changed once it is set. And an alternative to arrays are lists. And let's give it a data type of int. Let's write down list. Those new list int. Now a list is different. Let's paste it down here. Now a list is different. A list, you don't have to have a size associated with the list. You can just do list.add an integer 1, 2, 3, and it'll just add a new value to the list. Unlike console.writeLine, sorry, wrong. Unlike an array, unlike a list, the array requires a size, and then to reference the value of the list, it's just going to be the same thing as the array. Just use a subscript and then or an index. It's going to start at index 0, the same thing as an array. And you cannot reference a index outside of the size of the list. No, you cannot. Yes, you cannot use a subscript outside of the list. Now let's go with 0 and let's debug this program. And here you can see 1, 2, 3. And let's do something here. Let's write down array. And let's write down list. This way we can see it in the console. Okay. For the array is 4, 5, 6, the list is going to print out 1, 2, 3. So if you were to reference a value that's not in the list, like a reference value from 1, there would be an error. The index is outside the range of the list, the size of the list. So this is all I'm going to talk about for today, and thank you for watching.